Hook. What if one of the most talked about royal separations wasn't a scandal at all, but a choice rooted in love, duty, and the quiet need to breathe? For decades, whispers have followed the marriage of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth II. Why didn't they always live together at Buckingham Palace? Was it distance, tension, or something far more human? Now, through rare insight from their daughter, Princess Anne, a different picture begins to emerge, one that challenges everything we thought we knew. Because their story didn't begin with distance. It began with a spark. Back in 1939, at the Royal Naval College in Dartmouth, a young princess, just 13, met a confident naval cadet. That moment changed everything. Elizabeth was captivated. Philip, equally drawn, found himself pulled toward a future he hadn't planned. Letters followed. Long, heartfelt, and filled with a kind of innocence that only first love can mar. Why, even as war tore through Europe, their connection held firm. Philip served bravely in World War II, and when he returned, their bond had only deepened. By 1947, they were married, launching what looked, to the world, like a perfect royal fairytale. But royal life is never just a love story. Behind the palace walls, reality set in. Philip gave up everything, his titles, his name, even parts of his identity, to stand beside Elizabeth. And when she became queen, the balance shifted forever. He wasn't the king. He never would be. And in a system built on tradition, that mattered. Insiders long speculated about tensions, separate rooms, different routines, even emotional distance. And when the Queen moved into Buckingham Palace, Philip reportedly resisted the idea of calling it home. To many, it looked like rebellion. But was it? Because years later, long after rumors had taken root, Princess Anne offered something rare, clarity. Speaking candidly, she didn't describe a broken marriage. She described a partnership, one built on deep understanding, quiet support, and mutual respect. According to Anne, her father's decision to step away from palace life, especially later in life, wasn't about anger or resentment. It was about space. After decades of public duty, constant attention, and endless expectations, Philip wanted something simple: peace. A place where he could walk freely, think clearly, live quietly. And that place was Sandringham. Not as an escape from the Queen, but as a return to himself. Because here's the truth that often gets lost in royal headlines: not all distance means disconnection. Sometimes, it's what keeps a relationship strong. Even in their later years, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip remained deeply bonded, sharing private jokes, unspoken understanding, and a lifetime of history no one else could fully grasp. And when Philip passed away in 2021, the Queen was right there, by his side. Not distant, not divided, but exactly where she had always been. So maybe the royal story isn't about why they didn't always live together. Maybe it's about how they stayed together, through sacrifice, identity struggles, and the weight of a crown. And thanks to Princess Anne, we now see it not as a mystery, but as a quiet, powerful kind of love.